Kickoff just moments away as we've arrived at Everbank Stadium here in Jacksonville. Today, we have an all-AFC meeting between the Cleveland Browns and the Jacksonville Jaguars. The season's still just getting started. We're off in week 3. Bayshul-Tootin now on the return. And in the end, he's able to get it to about the 25-yard line before he's hauled down.
At their own 25-yard line.
Ready.
All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10.
Lisa 24. It's on. It's on.
Lawrence starting with a throw. Has him on the quick hitter. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
Offensive line. This is 2nd and 4.
Easy. Read red on red. Hey, on. It's on. Silver.
Lawrence working from the gun. Completes another one to Thomas. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
That pitch and catch won't show up as a big play on the stat sheet, but it gives his own defense a little time to rest and gives an offensive coordinator a new set of downs to work with.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
They've got first down here from the 36.
On red. Hey, Soko, so hot. Here we go. Hey, Jupiter. It's hot.
From the shotgun, Lawrence. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. So they opt for the shorter pass later in the progression on that play, Brock, but man, the defense took that away too.
Well, what they tell us yesterday in those production meetings, nothing comes easy. No easy completions from shots down the field to those checkdowns to the running back. Wanted to make this offense earn everything, and they just did.
On the double.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 36.
Hey, Lion. Turn. It's hot. Here we go,
Again, it's Lawrence to throw. Short pass brought in. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
So now here's 3rd and 5.
Rip, 23. Hey, son, son. Here we go, son.
Sticking in the air with Lawrence. And he's finally down to put a stop to this one, but a notable chunk of yardage broken off with that gain.
26 yards.
That's a statement throw right there. A statement throw that lets the opposing defense know it's not just going to be check down Charlie today. They're going to be willing to push the ball down the field, and this defense better respond.
Great opening drive continues. 1st and 10 at the 33.
Hey, go, gold! Go, gold! Hey, tomato! Done! Here goes a hot.
On play action now, Lawrence. Caught by his fullback behind the line. And he's going to be contained after a modest gain to the 31. Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah there to bring him down.
Sure showed off some mobility on that play. Got outside the pocket and easily found an open man.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down.
Hey! Ginger! Done! Here goes a hot.
First carry now. This is Bashal Tootin. Room to run inside the 20. Touchdown, Jacksonville! The Jaguars finish up an excellent opening series. Cam Little to try the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Jaguars will jump out to a 7-0 lead.
7, Browns nothing. Logan Cook to kick off for the Jaguars.
On now is Cook to kick this away. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. Dodged the tackle. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
Browns look just about ready, Brock. Here comes 1st and 10.
Here we go.
The first carry for the speedy Dylan Sampson. And some solid blocking there. Springs him for 8. It's going to be 2nd down.
Cool thing about a drive starting run like that, Kate, is it really just gives you every opportunity in the playbook, whatever you want to do. But as for me, I like to reward that runner. Give it to him again and see if he can get you a new set of downs.
Last run got him 9, so now they need one more here on 2nd down.
Ready.
On 3rd down, they'll go with Sampson. He's out near midfield and still going. And he's going to just get this across midfield before he's taken out of bounds. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And that's going to be good for a Cleveland 1st down.
I call that a table setter right there. Table setter for yourself as a team in that huddle, gaining confidence on the ground, and you know that's going to set the table for some great play-action pass to come.
18 Cardinal.
1st down, and they go right back to him. He's pushed straight ahead, and that's maybe a yard at most. Devin Lloyd on the tackle.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Ready.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down.
Tag. Panther 60.
Putting one of the tight ends in motion right.
Go.
That's complete right side. And he fights his way down to the 35 before the defense can get him out. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, first
It's a
down.
gain of 10.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a first down.
They've got first down here from the 36.
Get it! Cougar 19!
A quick throw completed out to the left. And he's going to be brought down at the 35-yard line. The rookie out of Alabama there on the tackle.
Brings up second and 9 at the 35-yard line.
They'll come to the line here, second and 9.
Down! 60 Bison, 60 Bison. Viking 18.
Now the first carry for Quinshawn Judkins. And he's brought down, and a penalty flag out on the play as well. Well, partner, they say there's holding on every play. You just got to look for it, right? That time, though, we did not have to look too hard.
Ready?
So this is going to be second down and long following the holding flag.
Ready? 70 Timberwolves.
They'll run here following the penalty. He's unable to get away from that tackle. Good work by the defense. Nothing gained on second down.
When you rush the passer, it's kind of like tracking down a runner. That same pass, same athleticism comes to life. He looked pretty good hunting his prey right there.
Ready?
This offense looking to convert as they come up on third down.
70. 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. Panther 11, Panther 11. Ready?
Here he goes, third and long. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of fourth down.
And it's fourth down.
The Browns are lined up to punt. And this will bring a drive that had some promise to a disappointing end. And he sets them back to begin this drive.
The
That kick
Jaguars
goes at
take
it. I'd
over
call it about the
first and
12-yard
10
line.
At their own 12-yard line.
First call here coming from the shotgun.
Lisa 24. Sogo, say hi. Here we go, say hi.
Out of the gun, Lawrence. Throw right side, caught by Thomas. And he reaches the 17-yard line as he's hauled down.
Thomas Jr.
Now the completion rate is strong, partner. The yards, you got to imagine, will start to come soon enough.
At
You
the
never go broke
17-yard
taking a
line.
profit. And you know this one too, Kate. The crumbs always lead to...
Oh, the cookie. Now I'm hungry. This is second and 6 coming up.
Hey, easy, Ralph. Hey, Ginger, son. Silver.
Throwing from the gun. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
Brian Thomas Jr.
You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Bronk. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
So after that prior incompletion, it's third down.
Hey, go, go! Go, go! Hey, Soko, it's hot! 11.
Throw here, third down. It's incomplete. Should have been a catch downfield, but off his hands and to the ground it goes.
You know, Kate, you'll get a little bit of grace for a drop in the first frame, but that's one, as this game goes on, he's got a half. It's hard on third down to execute. And with the ball in your hands, you got to find a way to catch it.
Ball taken in at the 36. And he gets him something back on that return. They're up in the neighborhood of midfield.
First and 10 at their own 48-yard line.
The Browns, nice field position here as they
18
start
Cardinal,
out
18
first and
Cardinal.
10.
Ready? Cowboy 80. Bronco 80. Hut.
Working out of the gun, Sanders. Connecting on a slant. And this one's worked down to the 33 before being stopped.
And the Browns
A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains.
a gain of
The
19
analytics will tell you a handful of these kind of plays per game, and your odds per drive of scoring go way up.
First down now, ball at the 33.
Go. Gravity Lions. Go.
Out of the gun, here's Sanders. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And they've got a little extra distance now to make up here on second down.
loss of 8 yards.
And look at that. All that
Second
effort and
down.
success from the previous play, it is gone. Credit to this defense who snapped and cleared. That's part of this game. You got to snap and clear. Give up a big play, come back and make a big one for yourself. And they do, getting home with that sack.
After the sack, let's see what the offense does here. Second and 18 coming up.
Back. 60 by Hawk 70. Hawk 70. Hut, hut.
It's Sampson running out of the gun. And that second down run is only going to manage a yard.
Sometimes you just feel like in the background of every ho-hum run is a bigger play. Just needed one more component. Hit that extra block a little longer. Find the lane quicker. The defender may be a half step late, and this could have been much, much more exciting.
Third down now, Jaguars going nickel.
Here we go. Here we go. 18 Cardinal. 18 Cardinal. Ready, ready?
Left side gets it out quick, and it's caught. And that will not be enough for a first down.
Complete to
I know on
number
the stat
85.
sheet, Kate, that shows up as passing yards, but any defensive coordinator will take it. Understanding down and distance and keeping that offense short of the sticks.
Schmidt connects, and it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
Makes the score.
A dependable kicker, man, that is a coach's best friend. Saves him so much stress to have a guy he can really trust to go out and hit it from that distance consistently. Because from that far out, no kick is a guarantee.
The Browns have it on the tee, and they will kick it away here. Tootin now on the return. Looks away from one. And a decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30.
First and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. First and 10.
Rip, 23. Done. They started hot. Here we go, son.
Now Lawrence on the play fake. Connection made. Travis Etienne. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32.
Kid, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason, where one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
Silver.
Lawrence to throw it. And the cover just too good there. Didn't find a throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. Third down coming up.
There was almost no resistance offered against a rush that came off the line ready to maul anything in sight. It was all the QB could do to get rid of that before he gets absolutely clobbered.
No connection on the last play, and now it's third down.
On red. Hey, son. Hey, son. It's hot.
Air it out on third. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And they're staring at a fourth down now after that sack.
When they were in their defensive meetings this week, that's exactly how you draw it up. Play sound zone defense. Give that quarterback nowhere to go, and let that pass rush get home.
He's got it at the 24. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down.
First and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
First down now, ball at the 33.
Shot. Ready. Cowboy 80. Check go.
Operating from the gun, here's Sanders. Couldn't find a completion on first down. Well, he'd been perfect to that point on the drive, Brock. First time we've seen this coverage force him into a misstep in a while.
I know you hear me talk all the time, Kate, about the rhythm of an offense, right?
Yeah,
And I look at it through those optics so much. But it's the same thing defensively. You've got to get a stop, see the ball hit the ground to knock them out of that rhythm.
So still 10 to go on second from the 33-yard line.
Let's go now. 60 Eagle. 60 Eagle. Cup 19. Cup 19. Ready.
Throwing again here, Sanders. He'll try and run this.
I don't mind that scramble at all, Kate. It makes that defense think this guy's not just going to sit in the pocket all day. I'll say this as well, like I do all the time. When you're going to scramble as a quarterback, make sure you protect yourself.
Third and 6 for them to figure out now.
Let's go. 19 Tiger. 19 Tiger. 18 Pioneer. Warrior 70. Hook.
To the air on third and long. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that is 3 sacks for this defense in this contest, and that one forces a fourth down. The Browns are lining up to punt. And he's brought down before the return gets far.
First and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
First and 10 from the 32.
Hey, let's go. Hey, tomato. Done. Silver.
Lawrence looking to throw. Completed over the middle. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stops.
To number 7.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1.
Hey, go, go! Go, go! Sunday, Sunday, Sunday! Red, red!
Gonna throw this from the gun. All in left side. And he'll get them enough for a first down.
There's no question the greatest concern there was just getting the first down. You want a high percentage throw, and you're not really concerned about big yards. Well, the drag route was perfect. He comes open in the short field. It's easy to zip that throw right in there and reset those chains.
1st and 10 from the 43.
Hey, easy, Ralph, Ralph! Ralph! Hey, Ginger, Ginger! Dad! It's hot!
Tootin gets it from the gun. And he'll be met near the line to limit the gain to a yard. Forward that tackle to Michael Hall. Only 2 yards, and it brings up 2nd and 8.
The pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 44-yard line.
So while they're in the huddle, partner, we've arrived at the end of our first quarter. 7-3 is our score. Back to Everbank Stadium in just a bit.
Ready, ready!
Back for the second quarter. It's Jaguar football. They'll begin the quarter with
Red on
2nd
red.
and 8.
Soko, Soko, say hot! Here goes the hot.
Looking to throw, Lawrence. This is Brown, and he's got it downfield. And he gets this all the way to the 25 before they stop him.
It's a gain of
It's a 30-yard gain, Brock, so unsurprisingly, that gives him a first down.
The best offenses in the league, and I don't really care what level it is, Kate. They stretch it vertically, and they'll stretch you horizontally. You show them that same look and just push the ball vertical, they'll catch on to it.
Lisa,
If you
24.
start to mix and match and run these guys
Hey, Soko,
across the
Soko,
field,
hot!
you become dangerous.
Silver!
Hand off to Tootin. Give him 5 on that play as he gets him inside the red zone.
That result right there is why coaches all across all levels of football on defense talk about good, solid tackling, Kate. It's not just to hear themselves talk. It's to make sure that when you can bring a guy down, you're able to, and keep them from piling on those yards.
So gain of 5 on that first down. Let's see if they can repeat
Hey,
that performance
run!
now here on 2nd.
Hey, Soko, Soko, say hot! Say hot!
They'll go again here with Tootin. And he's able to get this down to the 13. A 6-yard gain on the play. And that's good for a Jacksonville first down.
Well, looky here. You don't even have to worry now about a third down call as that run moves the sticks. Now that call you had ready, though, you can recycle it. Save it for later for that next third down coming.
Rip, 23! Sunday, Sunday, Sunday! Here goes the hot!
Here's ETN on first down. Good hit on the grounds here. That's going to be a 9-yard pickup as it's 2nd down.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid gain, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
First down carry got him 9 yards. Here comes 2nd and 1.
On red. Hey, Sunday, Sunday, Sunday! Here we go, Sunday!
Here's their first carry for LeQuint Allen. And he runs it across. Touchdown! The Jaguars now lead by 10. On his Little for the extra point. extra point sent right down the middle. And the Jaguars drive their lead to 11.
Jaguars 14, Browns 3. Logan Cook to kick off for the Jaguars.
On now is Cook to kick this away. Starting from the 5. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29.
At their own 29-yard line.
Cleveland about ready to go. Here's 1st and 10.
Down. Check out.
Give to Sampson here up the middle. Wow, he had to power through one tackle just to get back to the line that time.
Where one defender failed, well, his buddy was there to swarm to the ball and make that play just as it gets to the line of scrimmage.
At the 30-yard line.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10.
Come on, set. Ready.
A handoff here to Sampson. And he's going to manage a lone yard on that drive up the gut. The former #1 pick, Trayvon Walker on the stop.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
Set. Ready. Panther 60. Panther 60.
Sanders now on 3rd down. And he let his man too much there, Brock. Incomplete. 4th down coming up.
For Jerry Jeudy.
That one really stings, Kate, because you want to convert there and not only keep this drive going for points, but because now you're giving your opponent a chance to go pad that lead before halftime. That's a no-no.
And he's certainly been staying busy. Once again, he's out to punt and sends this flying. And a big hit on the return to stop him cold.
At their own 31-yard line.
New set of downs for him from the 31.
All right, let's go. Sunday, hunt. Here we go, son.
Lawrence with it on 1st. Finds him over the middle. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
Complete to
Hey, you like these results on 1st. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on 2nd down. That playbook is wide open.
2nd and 3 now.
Hey, lion. Sunday, hunt.
From the shotgun, Lawrence. And the Browns get there and take him down. And that's going to add some distance onto this upcoming 3rd down.
As much as we talk about offenses wanting to stay ahead of the chains, they want to stay on script. Well, a defense, they want to rip that script up. And a sack like that, creating 3rd and extra longs, it's exactly how you get it done.
This drive in jeopardy. Here's a 3rd and 10.
Hey, go. Hey, Ginger, hunt. Red.
They'll throw 3rd and long. Is Cox. This is Fant working downfield. And he's going to have this one down to the 37.
It's a gain of
That goes for 32 yards. And the Jaguars have a 1st down.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Down inside the 40 now with a 1st down following that last play.
Hey, easy, Ralph. Sogo, hunt. All right, here we go. It's a hut.
I'm going.
Hey, kill. Silver.
On the give, it's 2. He's tackled there, so a nice start to a new set of downs, but let's see if they keep it. Let's examine this flag. So now, partner, got to reevaluate what to do on this next snap because the holding call pushes them back quite a ways.
Ready. Rip, 23. Turn, they say it's hot. Here goes the hut.
Lawrence now off the play action. Escapes the pocket. And this line puts a bow on this play after a gain of about 6.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide at practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play and denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
All right, here we go. 2nd down.
Hey, son, they say it's hot. 11. Here goes the hut.
Design run for Lawrence. And he will manage a little before being forced into a slide as that's going to chip something off this upcoming 3rd down.
And that's a pretty modest pickup for a QB keeper. On a traditional handoff, you'll take that yardage, but those QB keepers, so many times, they're really designed, Kate, for chunk plays in mind, double digits, and they nearly got it there.
3rd down, they need 7.
Lisa, 24. Hey, Soko, it's a hut. Silver.
3rd and long, they're going to throw. Pressure coming, and he's taken down. The Browns got him. And that is 3 sacks for this defense in this contest, and that one forces a 4th down.
And it just keeps coming, Kate. It just keeps coming. This defense relentless in this first half. 3rd time. Now this quarterback's got to pick himself off the turf. When they can...
Charging down the middle, and they block it. Now they can move with it, scooped inside the 40. And who knows what was going on there as he's finally brought down for a huge loss.
We could say they picked a great time to block the kick, but let's be honest. Any time is a great time to get through and block one. It really rewards the effort that those special teamers put in each and every time out. It might not always get noticed, but it sure does there. Big time.
He's got a gain of 6 there. Tyson Campbell, the man on that tackle.
That is just a great drive starter. What every offense wants. Gives you a little bit of energy, a little juice. Now a really manageable 2nd down.
7 yards on that last play, so this is 2nd and 3.
Come on, set! 60 Bison. Ready,
He gets crushed behind the line, and the ball comes out. Oh, the Jags got it.
You're using this play to try for a 1st down, but also set up whatever in your back pocket for 3rd down. But you know what? Throw it all away. None of it matters now if you can't hang on to the doggone football. And the defense pounces on that one in a hurry.
The Jaguars in a good starting spot here,
red.
coming up on 1st and 10.
Hey, Ginger. Dad. 11. Check. Here we go, son.
From the gun, ETN gets it. And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line. So some immediate revenge for that last play, Brock. I don't know. What do you think? Is it going to take away the pain from giving up that big run the prior play?
Not necessarily, because it really does take a group failure to give up a big run like that in the NFL. But it also takes a whole lot of teamwork to knock them behind the sticks. Job well done there.
Lawrence working from the gun. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43.
The goal of that little drag route is to get him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. That picked up a good chunk, and it was nearly a big play.
Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4.
Here we go. Hey, hey, go, go! Go, go! Hey, Soko, so hot! Here we go, so hot!
Out of the gun, Lawrence. And that's going to fall incomplete on a look to his running back, and it's going to bring up 4th down.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to 3rd and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was 3rd and manageable and an incomplete.
Logan Cook on to punt. And he's hoping for a well-placed strike. And a well-placed kick here. Not quite on the goal line, but they're pinned deep at their own 10.
At their own 10-yard line.
Here we go now. Time to start this drive. 1st and 10. Starting. Massive hits. The ball's out. Picked up by the Jaguars. And they will take over with a 1st and goal after the fumble.
You know, in a situation like that, I mean, this is perfect situational football. Offensively, just get out of your own end zone. But those defenses, they can just smell it. It's like they taste it. And they know you've got your back against the wall. They're aggressive. They take the ball away. That is a win-win for this defense.
Hey, easy, Ralph! Son, 11, Ajax! Here we go, son.
1st and goal. Here's Tootin. And he scampers ahead and gets 2 on the carry.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on 2nd.
Second and goal coming up. 5 yards to the end zone.
Rip, 23! Son, it's hot!
Hey, watch him right there.
30 left! It's hot!
Now Lawrence. Has it down close. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop.
That's not a big completion on a stat sheet, but that's a big contested, what I call gritty catch right there. And that's what the best tight ends will get you.
Offense is getting closer, but 2 yards left to figure out. It's 3rd and goal.
Lisa, 24. Soko, it's hot! Great job!
Shotgun snap. They'll throw. Looking for somewhere to throw. And it's incomplete on 3rd and goal.
Everybody wants to play quarterback until a play like that. Almost no resistance off the ball and the defense ready to maul you. It was all he could do to get rid of it before he gets just clocked.
Little knocks it through. And that extends their lead to 14.
Kate, I call that a win-win in the first half. You win on the scoreboard, obviously, by adding 3 and adding to your lead. But you also win mentally, making your opponent know if they make a mistake, you're going to capitalize.
Returning it from the 4. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Browns look just about ready, Brock. Here comes 1st and 10.
Ready! Panther 60! 60 Bobcat! 60 Bobcat! Ready?
Working out of the gun, Sanders. He keeps it and takes off. And give him the first down on that run, partner, as Sanders slides to a stop.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for QB to inspire the guys around him, calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a first down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
Ready?
So first down from the 41.
Trap 60, trap. Here we go, here we go. 70 Timberwolf. 70 Timberwolf.
From the gun, Judkins. Some good running here as he gets him 7 on that first down carry. It's a solid 70-yard pickup on first down. Now they're going to have 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Just 2 minutes to play here in our opening half. Hang with us. More football coming up from Everbank.
Ready?
2nd and 3 now.
Let's go now. Must 70 Lions. Check go.
Sanders setting the pass. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. That's sack number 4 in the game for him. This one makes it 3rd down.
I think we've reached the point of the game, Kate, where I got to make my PSA. Protect the quarterback, and quarterback, protect yourself.
Nickel look by the Jaguars here. 3rd down.
Ready?
Here he goes. 3rd and long. Complete beyond the marker. And he's taken down directly on that 43-yard line.
And the Browns
They'll get 16 yards on that play. And that's a Browns first down.
43-yard line.
That's such a good example, Kate. You don't have to be an elite runner to be a good thrower of the football on the run. The same fundamentals, the attention to detail to be a good pocket passer, they show up on the run as well. That's an excellent job getting the completion.
That one's complete over the middle. What a hit. He gets flattened to the ground. The Browns take the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll meet and decide what to do on this 2nd down.
Tight. 19 tight. 19 Cowboy 80.
A tight end in motion now.
Go.
Nothing there left side as it ends up incomplete.
Intended for number 85.
Fairly safe to say as that one falls incomplete this first half so far, it's not met the standard they set for themselves.
Third down and 4 now. This is the 7th play in this drive.
79 Broncos. Hawk 70. Hawk 70. 18 Rattler. 18 Rattler. Ready?
Out of the gun, here's Sanders. He has the first over the middle. And he's going to be taken down a yard shy of the 25. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that's going to be good for a Cleveland first down.
26-yard line.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap first down.
Offense getting set. Here's 1st and 10.
Hut, hut.
Shotgun handoff here for Judkins. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
It'll be this group's job watching the film to find all these plays. The ones that amount to really very little statistically and identify what was needed to just make them a little bigger, stretch them further.
Let's go.
Afterthought
Ready,
plays
ready,
now,
ready, ready.
they can be the big gains of next week.
That one falls to the turf. Couldn't hang on. It's incomplete.
You know, I'm not sure if he was hearing footsteps or just had a surprise break in concentration. So unusual to see one dropped unless there's a hit involved.
Last pass unsuccessful. Let's see what they do on 3rd down.
Set. Bronco 80. Hut.
Throw here. 3rd down. Brought in the right side. And he's brought down. They're going to mark him at the 14. Now a timeout's called. Cleveland using its second. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
So a new set of downs. Here we go. 1st and 10.
Top 60, down. 70 Timberwolves. Check out.
From the red zone now. Cut near the goal line. And it's another 1st down on this drive. Man, this time they're into 1st and goal.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut.
Here we go, here we go. 18, check out.
Sampson can't push it across. They make the stand. It looks like they might have stopped him a little bit behind the line, too. Now a timeout taken by the offense, and we're going to see if they try for 2 plays here or just try the field goal right now. Thankfully, not a big loss last play. They're at the 2, 2nd and goal.
Set up. Panther 60, Panther 60. Go.
Operating from the gun. Here's Sanders. Almost had 6, but can't find him in the end zone. Incomplete. And as that one falls incomplete, Brock, the pressure ticks up just a bit because this has been too good a drive to not pay it off in the end zone.
Yeah, Kate, it's time to find your best matchup.
Yeah.
Unless you're already committed to going for it on 4th, you've got one more shot. Players, not plays. Get it to your best player. That's tremendous execution right there. Really using every bit of time they had left in a methodical drive, paying off with points. And remember, they'll get the ball to start the 2nd half as well.
So we'll see if it's a kick return that ends our half or if we get a play from scrimmage as this one's away. This return starts at the 5. Making some progress here. He's hauled down on what is the final play of our 1st half. That's halftime of this contest. We'll join both teams in taking a short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports in just a moment.
Logan Cook to kick off for the Jaguars.
On now is Cook to kick this away. Return coming from the 6. This makes it up to the 25.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Starting out trips right here. 1st and 10.
Ready. Viking 18.
Back to throw. Here's Sanders. Ooh, on him quick there, and they bring him to the turf. And the drive begins with a rough 1st step there. That's going to bring up 2nd down.
Loss of 5 yards.
That is not the way they needed to come out of the locker room here to begin the 2nd half. Trailing, you got to play with a sense of urgency. You got to protect your quarterback, and they didn't either.
After the sack could really use a big play here on 2nd down. It's 2nd and 15.
Let's go. 60 Bison, 60 Bison. Set up.
Sanders going to look to throw. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And it brings up 3rd down.
Oh, this has been a tough series. Sacked on the 1st down play. Forced to throw it away right there. An awfully difficult 3rd down now staring you in the face.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down.
Ready, ready. Cougar 19. 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates.
3rd and long for him here. A pass brought in. And it's good yardage, but they tackle him short of the sticks.
To number 86.
You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. That's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
And a big hit on the return to stop it cold.
At their own 35-yard line.
First and 10 coming up. Jaguars ready to take advantage of some good field position they've got here.
Hey, Lion, Lion! Turn, they start hot! Silver!
They'll begin with a quick completion to the right side. And defenders arriving in support to finish him off at the line.
Junior. A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 35-yard line.
On the ready.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9.
All right, let's go. Son, they start hot! All right, here we go.
The play clock down to just 2 seconds, but we get a timeout call. As that'll leave him with just 2 to use the rest of the way.
Ready.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9.
Red on red. Hey, tomato, tomato. Done.
I got it.
There goes a hot.
Here's Lawrence to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. It's sack number 4 in the game for him. This one makes it 3rd down.
I know the scoreboard doesn't say it, but this has been a winning effort up front defensively. One of the keys to their success was going to be this pass rush and sacking the quarterback, and they can check that box.
Defense looking to defend the marker on 3rd down.
Hey, hey, great job.
He's checking. Crash.
11, 11. Silver.
Lawrence throwing here. They left him wide open. It's complete. And they bring him down, but there's a flag on the field. You don't get too many plays of that size in a game, and that flag takes away one of them. So they get dings for the holding. Got to wonder if that changes their call as they line this up for 3rd down.
Hey, Ginger, touch! There's a hot!
From the shotgun, Lawrence. Oh, he's going to run for it. And he's able to get it to the 21 as he goes down.
Tackle made at the 21-yard
That's such a bummer, Kate, for a quarterback. If you have to scramble and take off, you'd really like to find a way to move the chains. He could not. That defense rallied. They responded, and they forced a 4th down.
Little to nothing on that return as the coverage team gets to him.
at their own 30-yard line.
On the ready.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Get up.
Sampson on the carry. They bring him down, but not before he picks up 7, Brock, to begin this drive.
That run may not have got you a first, but sure, a nice little run to set the table.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Last run got him 7. Here comes 2nd and 3.
set. Hut, hut.
On third down, they'll go with Sampson. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away. We'll get a stoppage now. Looks like we have someone banged up after that run, in need of some attention. Third and a lone yard coming up.
Check out.
Judkins out the middle. This gets the first and more. And he has this down to the 34. It's a gain of 27 yards to move the chains.
Those unsung heroes, those big guys up front on the O-line, well, let's give them a little love right here, Kate. They don't always get the attention they deserve on the broadcast, but let me tell you, they played a huge role in that big old run.
So they'll head up here, first and 10 from the 34.
Let's go. Ready.
It's Sampson running out of the gun. And they're going to be humbled here on first down. Going to wind up losing yards on this play.
Give some credit to the defense on that one. We don't see him get fooled into making the wrong read very often in the RPO. That's why the RPO, in fact, is part of their game to begin with. He normally makes the right call. He didn't do it there.
Back to the line they go. It's second down.
Ready, ready. Bronco 80. Warrior 70. Ready.
To the air, Sanders. Tight end reels in the shallow throw. And he gets down to the 24 before he stopped. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
First down.
Offense is set. First and 10.
Come on, set. Cowboy 80. Go.
Here comes Sampson. Trying to make it happen, but no luck. This goes backwards on first down.
I'm going to guess at some point, whether it's in the huddle or over there on the bench on the sidelines after this drive, QB is going to go apologize to that running back. He just ran him into one heck of a negative play.
They break the huddle. It's second down now.
Ready. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. 60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat. Ready, ready.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Catch is made by Dylan Sampson. And they bring him down at the 18-yard line.
I know that completion doesn't move the chains. I love it nonetheless. You make sure that defense is aware of every eligible player going out. And this time it was out of the backfield with the running back that shows he's adept at catching it as well.
Good moving drive, but it could stall out here.
Ready?
They've got third and 4.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70. 70 Ranger, 70 Ranger. Hut.
Here's Sanders now. And that one's incomplete. For now, he brings up fourth. Let's see what this penalty flag is all about. Tempting to perhaps take the yards and run third down again, partner. But they decline it. That's going to bring up fourth down. So the Browns sending out Andre Schmidt on this fourth down. This is a 35-yard look from the right hash. Schmidt connects, and that brings the deficit back within a score, 8 points.
Like the best kickers in this league, he's just keeping on with his job. That's a third now. He's knocked through the uprights. 3 at a time's not going to get it done in this game, though. Eventually, they got to start running him out for some PATs.
Tootin now on the return. Good work so far. He's got room. His effort's going to get him to that 32-yard line before he's taken down.
At their own 32-yard line.
Offense to the line. They're going to have trips right to start out.
Hey, run! Run! This side! Here we go, son.
First and 10, it's Lawrence. That's him on the quick hitter. And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
This is one of those kind of win-win situations. Both sides feel good. As an offense, I get a completion. I get a win. As a defense, I keep everything in front of me. I make the tackle for a short gain. I get a win, too. Sometimes you can get to win-win.
Ralph, stop. All right, here we go. Here we go. Hey, Jupiter. Silver.
Lawrence working from the gun. To the ground it goes. That's incomplete.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
No connection on the last play. Now it's third down.
Hey, Lion. Hey, tomato. Done.
Out of the gun, Lawrence. Lofts it deep right side. Well, they had the look, certainly didn't shy away from it, but couldn't connect. And now they're stuck facing fourth down.
You never, ever, as an offense, like 3 and outs, Kate, but you really don't like them on third down when you throw into tight coverage like that. Got to manufacture a better look.
The Browns take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
First look, a little pistol formation as they come to the line. First and 10.
Here we go, shot. Check out.
Sampson from the pistol. Well, a lot of effort there, partner, but no results. He fought through that one stop, but only managed to get back to the line of scrimmage.
That's the kind of yardage that's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now second down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3 and out.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's second and 9.
Let's go now. Panther 60.
So early movement from the backfield, Brock. They jumped the gun a bit, and that brings out the flag. So tough to stay set when you've got defenders doing everything they can to make you jump, and, well, they got one of them to move that time.
On the set.
So the false start backs him up 5. Here comes second and long.
Set. 70 Lions. Ready.
His quick pass cut outright. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on the throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
On the ready.
Let's see what they draw up on this third and 7.
19 Lions. Set. Cougar 19.
Running back motions right.
Go.
Sanders now on third down. Buys time, rolling right. Give him 8 on that one. And that's a Browns first down.
You know, that's one of those little mental Rolodex plays. Right before the snap, you know if the read isn't there, that option isn't there, you can use your legs to make the adjustment and go get the first down.
We've set it downs for him from the 31.
Jackson, let's go. 70 Timberwolves. Ready, right?
Sanders going to throw here on first. Throw left side, complete. And And they take him down, but there's a flag on the play. Just a momentary loss of focus, a break in discipline, and not a good moment individually as he gets hit with that personal foul. Roughing the passer on that last play, and that's always going to lead to an automatic first down.
65, 70. Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
Working out of the gun, Sanders. And he can't escape. Jaguars all over him. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
Just an incredible effort out of him today. And the type of performance, frankly, that elevates the energy level of all 10 guys around him. What a game he's got going.
Gonna need something special here. 2nd and 20 following the sack.
Hey, ready. Cowboy 80. Ready.
Trying to throw this from the gun. And he's not quite that fast. Let him just a bit too much. That's incomplete. Looking for his wide receiver there. So they're left facing 3rd and long.
I hate to be Mr. Negative guy, but a sack 2 plays ago, an incompletion right there. All that's missing, Kate, is an interception on this play, and you're going to hand this quarterback a misfortune trifecta that nobody wants.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here.
Mustang 19. Ready. 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. Hut.
Here he goes, 3rd and long. And that one hits the deck. No fear from them, trying to go deep on 3rd down. You love that. Don't love the fact they couldn't connect. 4th down coming up. So out now comes the punter. And he's going to do the honors for the 4th time today. Secures this at the 17. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return.
At their own 25-yard line.
Offense showing trips out right as they get set for this 1st and 10.
Fred on red. Done. They started hunt.
Newton gets it from the gun. And he's brought down by a collective effort there. Only 1 yard on the carry.
He was brought down at the 26.
This offense is now left with some ground to make up a little bit here on 2nd down after that drive starts with a very minimal gain.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9.
Hey, Ginger, time!
Watch the motion.
It's hot.
Looking to throw, Lawrence. Into the hands of his running back, ETN. And he's tackled with markers down. This one should be on the defense. Well, you kind of know this is going to happen at least a couple of times this season. They catch the rookie there for roughing the passer.
Yeah, I think this coach would like to have a governor. Kind of like on golf carts, you know, so you don't act crazy and a fool. Some of these rookie defenders, I know coaches would love to put a governor on them for a little bit of discipline that just doesn't naturally come for a rookie.
Red.
1st down throw, Lawrence. Dump off caught by his back. And on 1st down, no place to go here. They're going to take him out about a yard behind the line.
He's forced out of
He specializes in salvaging broken plays out of the backfield, but even he couldn't get anything out of that one, Kate. That defense, they were all over it.
Back to the line they come, second down.
Hey, Lion! Turn, they say it's hot. Easy, read a 24, read a 54. 30 left.
So with that play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout. And they'll likely be very protecting of the only one they've got remaining. Offense to the line, second down.
Hey, easy, Ralph! Soko, say hot. It's hot.
On play action now, Lawrence. Big game going, and Thomas snags another. Just after the catch, he is hit and stopped. A nice gain, though, down to the enemy 41. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And that's good for a Jacksonville first down.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Great job.
Check nickel.
Hey, son, it's hot. Here we go, say hot.
Now it's Lawrence. Dumps it off to his running back. Not the way to begin a new set of downs, Brock, as they drop it behind the line.
Well, there was never a play in any playbook I ever saw designed for a lost yardage play when you throw the ball. But if there's any solace, at least it was first down. A couple more chances to make up for it.
Offense to the line for second down.
Lisa 24. Hey, Soko, say hot. Here we go, say hot.
Throwing again, here's Lawrence. Short throw is dropped. This one's incomplete. That one was intended for Travis Hunter. So now it's going to be third and long.
It's now third down.
Oh, that drop is such a bummer because it ruins the payoff of such a well-designed play, Kate. Got the man open, beat the coverage, but then you got to go finish it. You got to go make that catch. I will say,
Go.
keep that one in mind. They could revisit that play in the future.
All right, let's go. Son, they say it's hot. Silver.
Third and long for him here. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. And they're going to be stuck with a fourth and long.
Hey, eventually, Kate, as a quarterback, you better be careful throwing check down after check down after check down. Eventually, that defense will catch on to it, and they'll make him pay and punish him there physically.
You are not going to see a better punt than that. He picked the perfect angle, and it flies out of bounds at the one. No chance at a return. Cleveland about ready to go. Here's first and 10.
Let go.
On the carry, Sampson. And he gets up for a gain of about 4.
Sampson, the ball carrier. The tackle made at his own 5-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. Second and 6.
So we hit the end of the third quarter. It's the Browns football. They're down, but not out on the scoreboard. 2nd and 6 coming up here. Motioning one of the tight ends.
Ready, right?
2nd down carry for Sampson. And he's going to have this one up to about the 17-yard line. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that's going to be good for a Cleveland 1st down.
Danger, Kate. Danger, I say. You get this guy in the open field, and he is dangerous to take it to the house.
All right, they look set now. Here we go, 1st and 10.
Here we go. Ready?
They'll run. Here's Sampson. Quick adjustment defensively to stop him this time, so no gain on 1st down.
Stopped right at the line, but might as well have been a loss of yards as far as the offense is concerned. It's always humbling when you try force versus force, and the defense wins out.
First down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10.
Hawk 60 Bison, 60 Bison. 18 Pioneer. Hut, hut.
It's Sanders out of the pistol. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
No surprise to see the quarterback go back to that well. That security blanket that's been his tight end all game long. But finally, this defense has an answer.
Okay,
So
break.
after that prior incompletion, it's 3rd down.
Here we go. Here we go. Panther 60. Panther 60.
The play clock runs out. This will be a delay. Can't get the play off in time, and I'm going to wager the call's going to come in much quicker, Brock, for this next snap. Well, that delay game certainly doesn't help things. It's 3rd and even longer now.
Let's go now. 19 Tiger. 19 Tiger. Hut.
Play action, Sanders.
The pass on 3rd down. A 4-yard loss. It's 4th down.
They're out now, ready to punt it. And this is the 5th time he's been called upon today. And he gets it away from his end zone. Has it at the 45. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down.
Take over 1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Ready,
The Jaguars in a good starting spot here, coming up on 1st and 10.
Hey, run. Hey, Ginger, touch. There goes a hunt.
He'll work against the blitz. Couldn't connect right side. It's incomplete.
They would sure love to connect on some of these intermediate throws, those chunk throws. Getting a completion like that, well, not only does it spark your offense, but it just sets you up for even more aggressive play calling.
No luck on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10.
On red. Hey, son, touch. Red.
Lawrence to throw it. Short pass brought in. And he's got it up to midfield and into Browns territory.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
Six yards to go here. It's 3rd down.
Hey, easy, Ralph. Easy. Hey, Soko, so hot.
Switch.
Here we go, son. Huh?
They'll throw, 3rd and long. Making the call himself. And they're going to bring him down, but not until he gets it down to their 32-yard line.
It's a gain of 14
Big gain,
yards.
14 on the play. And the Jaguars have a first down.
First down.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
Hey, go, go! Go, go! Soko, Soko, say hi! Silver!
Headed left. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
He was taken down by
So close to a big
Delta.
loss of yards for those guys
No
up
gain on
front.
the play.
1 second
Brings up
sooner,
second
and they got
and
a
10
tackle behind the line,
at the
but a stop to
32-yard
celebrate nonetheless.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10.
Hey, Lion, Lion! Hey, Ginger, Ginger! Dad! Here we go, son. Huh?
From the shotgun, Lawrence. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he's brought down at the 17-yard line.
15 yards.
A gain of 15 there. And that's good for a Jacksonville first down.
Year after year, the
First
best
and 10 at the
offenses are
17-yard
multifaceted.
line.
It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays
Hey,
through
let's
the
go.
air. When you get running backs that can
Hey,
attack
11,
the middle of the field like
11.
that,
Under
man,
crush,
is it difficult on the defense.
Silver!
And off to two. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
Okay, that's why you got to be careful to just run it always on first down. You got to break your tendencies. The casual fan, well, that casual fan knew what was coming, but more importantly, this defensive front did too.
Fred on red. Hey, Soko, Soko, say hi! Here goes, hi!
2nd down, give to two. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. A gain of 2 follows up a gain of 1, and now they're left with 3rd and 7.
Yeah, that defense was flying to the ball. You see that outside toss. This is a pursuit drill that they work on over and over again. Get to that toss before it can really
Rip,
get started.
23! Sunday, Sunday, say hi! Say hi!
Throwing his Lawrence on 3rd down. He's making a bid for it. And he's got him that first down as he hits the deck safely. They're going to be looking at 1st and goal.
Well, there was no sense in taking a risk down the field when a first down was just a run away. They'll get to reset now and figure out just how they want to attack a new set of
Hey,
downs.
hey, hey! Sunday, Sunday, say hi! Here we go, say hi!
Here's Lawrence to throw. And this is going to be a Jacksonville touchdown. The Jaguars go up by 2 scores as they try to put this one away. On is Little for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Jaguars lead by 15 now.
24. Browns 9. Logan Cook to kick off for the Jaguars.
On now is Cook to kick this away. Here's a return from the 7. Escapes a defender. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
On the set.
Getting a pistol formation here first as they come to the line.
Set. Cowboy 80.
Starting on the ground here with Simpson. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense. Well, the extra blocking sure didn't spring that run the way they hoped it would, Brock.
In the old West Coast system, you call 12 personnel, 2 tight ends, Tiger. Tiger package comes on the field. That was a whole lot more like a kitty cat effort there.
All right, here we go. Second down.
Down. 18 Cardinal, 19 Lions. Ready?
Out of the gun, here's Sanders. To the right and pulled in by Judy. What a hit! He gets flattened to the ground.
Textbook hitch route. Just hit him in the short field and deliver it once that defense turns their attention elsewhere. Okay, this is a low-ceiling play, but a reliable source of yardage.
Wonder what's in the playbook here as they come up on 3rd and 11.
Deputy! Cougar 19! 60 Bobcats! 60 Bobcats! 79 Broncos! 60 Bison! 60 Bison! Ready, right?
They're drawing up for him. And he gives himself up after a short gain.
Sanders on the keeper.
It'll be 3 total on the play. 4th and 7 now.
I can promise you, that's not what it looked like on the practice field nor on the whiteboard. Typically, QB run is going to net you a whole lot more yardage than that. But let's give some credit. Strong effort by that defensive front who contained a play that typically goes for a whole lot more.
18 reps! 70 Lions! Panther 11! Panther 11! Let go!
Here he goes. Got to have this on 4th down. And they don't get the catch they need there. Their hand was forced, Brock. Had to try and go for it, but they turn it over on downs.
Result of the play.
Jaguars look ready to go. Here comes 1st and 10.
All right, let's go. Hey, tomato, tomato. Done. Here we go, sir.
On the give, it's Tootin. He strides quickly, headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line.
Brought him down.
The presence of those tight ends works both ways, Brock. You know this. Gives them more blockers up front, but it also clues the defense in to be ready for that run.
Yeah, you could put 7 blockers up there, even put 8, I don't know, 9. All the blockers in the world, but if they don't work in concert together to create a lane, it doesn't matter.
All right, here we go. Done.
Kill, kill, kill. Turn up. Kill, kill, kill. Turn up.
Red, red.
Now Lawrence on the play fake. He's going to loft this deep down the left sideline. Oh, again, it looks like a pick, but they drop it. A chance to steal it away in the end zone, but they just can't finish the play.
3rd down and
You know, that's a risk of putting up a jump ball in the end zone. You know, some of these defenders in this day and age can go up and get it with the best of the receivers. That's one they got away with. Should have been a pick, and frankly, a touchback.
Go, go.
Switch, switch.
Here we go, sir. Huh?
Throw here, 3rd down. And they can't connect on the 3rd down deep shot. Love the courage they had to try it, but it's incomplete, and now we've got 4th down.
Incomplete.
I'll say, Kate, that defense looked even better, sharper on 3rd down than they did on 2nd. They played that one so tight there was no window to throw.
A 46-yard attempt.
Little knocks it through. And it's a 3-score game now, an 18-point lead.
Score Jaguars.
I think you could call this one now, Kate. His field goal makes it a 3-score game, and even the most improbable comeback attempts are going to have a hard time erasing that type of deficit here in the final quarter.
Starting from the 5. And a decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30.
At their own 29.
Now hold on, everyone. There's a Browns player shaken up after that play, and he's in need of some attention.
Ready?
All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10.
Set.
Operating from the gun. Here's Sanders. Finds the football outside.
Sanders pass.
And he will wind up out of bounds after a 1st down gain of right around 3 yards.
At the 33-yard line.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on 1st down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
This is 2nd and 6 coming up.
Down. Ready?
And the out route complete. Ooh, this is close, but I think it's going to be 3rd down. Gain on the play up to the 38.
Kate, if there was one throw in the game plan that kept me up at night more than any other, it was an out route versus zone coverage. Because you got to throw with anticipation, but you also got to make sure those defenders' eyes aren't reading you like a book.
They get to Sampson here up the middle. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line.
That's a BYOB. You got to be your own blocker. It would have taken the entire defense piling on to stop him from getting that first down. Well done.
1st and 10 now from the 46.
Ready, ready! Hot, hot!
Has him on the quick hitter. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
Okay, ready?
2nd and 6 coming up here.
Set up, go!
Working out of the gun, Sanders. Hit behind the line, and the ball is loose. Jags pick it up. And they'll take over a little further upfield thanks to that return.
Well, sure, you're looking to try to get a first down on 2nd down. You're trying to create a manageable 3rd down, but I'll tell you what you're not trying to do, ever, is give the ball
Base at 24.
away. And that's what the offense does to the defense right there.
Here we go.
Here's ETN on 1st down. And he's into the front for a gain of about 2.
That's a pretty good stop on 1st down. This defense now gets a chance to dictate, and that's what all the great defenses want to do, Kate. They want to dictate it on their terms and not just be reacting to what the offense is always doing.
Fred on red. Darn, they said it's hot. It's hot.
Dive play straight ahead. And this will only complicate matters for 3rd down, partner. They're sent backwards. That's not his game, Brock. That's not his game. He's somebody who wants to win by running through people, not popping out into space.
Yeah, I think we can agree he's probably going to hear that same messaging when he gets to the sidelines, too.
Hey, kill! Hey, Soko, it's hot.
Kill!
Silver.
To the air on 3rd and long. That one's incomplete. Had the connection, but some stone hands got in the way there.
Incomplete.
Had that one, but just couldn't see it through. And now they're staring at 4th and long. Jacksonville in punt formation. And this is going to put them up to 6 punts today. And that's going to pin them as deep as it can go. They're going to be set up inside their own 5-yard line.
3-yard line.
Browns look just about ready, Brock. Here comes 1st and 10.
Ready! Bronco 80! Viking 18! Ready, ready?
Trying to throw this from the gun. Oh, look at this. Here he goes. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that 1st down.
Obviously, a defense wants to take away all the reads and prevent any kind of big throw for the 1st down. Fine. Well, this QB, he'll just lower his head and gash the defense with one of the biggest runs of the game.
And keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10.
Here we go, shot! 18 Rattler, 18 Rattler!
Sanders back to throw. Completed over the middle. And they'll stop him here, but not before he gets out to the 47-yard line. The Browns take the first of their 3 timeouts. They still have 2 to work with in this final quarter.
At the 47-yard line.
All right, one more snap before the 2-minute warning.
Trap 60, trap 60! Let's go now! Let's go! Get up!
To the air on 1st down, Sanders. Ooh, almost a throw that cost him. Defender had it in his hands, but he dropped it. It's incomplete. 2nd down coming up. All right, still 10 to go here after they almost had an interception on 1st down.
Let's go! Panther 60, Hawk 70, Hawk 70!
Double up!
Let's go!
Double up!
A handoff here to Sampson. Spins out of one side. And they do get him down, but the damage is done. He just gets down inside the 35-yard line. They get 19 on that pickup.
Now,
And that's a
faster.
Browns first down. Clock is working against them as they hurry up to the line.
A gain of 19 yards. First down, Cleveland.
And they're going to spike this one. No, wait, no, they're not spiking it. They're going to throw. And the Jaguars, they're going to have it. And he's going to hang on to that football. That's his first career interception.
Jaguars take over.
Okay, they thought they were being clever there. Didn't bite on the fake spike for a second. It immediately backfires
On
Brock
red.
with an interception.
Yeah, the only way that
danger,
really works,
danger.
Kate, is if eyes are on the quarterback, but that was not the case for this defense. Like, once those receivers took off the line, the moment they launched, everybody communicated defensively, and they were there to pick it off. This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing,
let's go.
no time at all to try and escape and
Hey,
react.
Soko,
Instead, it goes backwards.
Silver.
They'll go again here with Newton. And that one doesn't get him much. Give him maybe a yard. It's third down.
Brought down at the 30-yard
Now a timeout's called. Cleveland
line. A
using
gain of
its
a yard
second.
Makes it third
And they'll have just one left to
11.
burn now. Digging deep in the playbook here, and this is 3rd and 11.
Hey, go! Next side. Motion.
Here he goes, 3rd and long. Got his man. Thomas has it. The 30.